Hello, in this video we're going to look at the preamble, the title, author, date section, and the bold, italics, and underline functions within LaTeX. And we're going to keep these little short videos. The preamble is anything before the document. So here's begin document and end document. And everything we put in there goes into this little PDF on the right, or however you have your editor set up. What comes before the begin document is the preamble. We always start with the document class, and then there are different functions that you can use. I think the default is a 10 font size, but if we use 12 point font, that would be good. And then a comma if we have other options. Let's use A4 paper. A4 paper. So that would be another option we can use. I don't think we need spaces between them. Now let's run that and see what it looks like. Make sure we don't get an error, and we don't. Now what comes, and then really if you were to ask me what goes in here, what are the options in the document classes, I would have to Google it to know, right? You can put 9 font, 10 font, 12 font. 10 font's the default if you leave it off. A4 paper, there's legal paper, there's letter paper, and there's other options there. This is like book, Beamer, article, and there's other classes that you can search there. Now, next is the use package section, I'm going to call it, and that is really to increase the functionality of your LaTeX document. If you want to be able to insert a picture, a graphic, well then you need this graphic package to do that. If you want to add mathematical equations, functions, etc., then we're going to need the math package, and this preamble will grow as we go. Now, let it be known that each time I use a LaTeX document, I just copy and paste the preamble from the previous document. If it happens that I need additional functionality, I usually Google search it. I find the package that allows me to use that special type or functionality that I need to use. I add that package, I use that function in that document, and then from the next time I use LaTeX, I copy that and paste it. So each time I don't use all the functionality of these use packages section, but it's there in case I do. Now the title, author, date section is here. The title's pretty explanatory. The title function goes in, it's the first piece of the PDF. The author can go here. Now one thing you can do is you can put in a hard return, which is a // and then you can put in University of Hard Knocks, and then when you run that, it returns it and keeps it in the author section. Now another thing that is pretty common is you put a thanks right here. Oh, might be an S if I'm not mistaken there. And you can, funded by, some agency, or you could, put whatever you want. Thanks to Overleaf. Thanks to Overleaf for the nice editor. And then when you run it, it puts an asterisk, and then down here it automatically puts the thanks, or if you're saying, hey, funded by a certain agency, that's another tip there. Now the date, if you comment it out or don't put one, it renders the current date that you're rendering the document. You can always add this and then add a date, and so I'm going Control Enter to compile it, and it puts in whatever I want here. If you comment it out and then render it, Control Enter, and then it goes away. So let's we'll put this. Okay, so that's the title, author, date section. Now, to add this to your document, it's the make title component of this. So if I comment this, remember now I'm in the begin document section and I want to make a title. But if I comment it out, so control enter to compile it, it just leaves out that make title section. And so you can add or subtract as you go. Now in the section introduction, now what's kind of interesting, I went on to ChatGPT and said, hey, I'm doing a LaTeX tutorial, send me a paragraph for my tutorial, and this is what it put. So we'll render that and you can kind of see that it is it just adds it there nicely. Now one thing though, I'm going to put a slash after the LaTeX, and I'm not going to do it on this one to illustrate. So when I control enter to run it, notice that it puts it in the LaTeX format, that weird format that it does. So I could add LaTeX to each of these, and then it always puts it in that unique LaTeX format. Okay, now commenting in your document, you can strategically comment, and I would recommend it. If you're writing a long article, you want to be able to quickly find the different sections of your document, and then maybe you put dot, and then we'll come grab that and then print. And then as this document grows, and you scroll down like this, and you see this this big comment section, you'll know that it's like a section of your title, and that can be pretty strategic. So then I copy and paste this down and I put it in front of the next section, and then so commenting is strategically smart, and you can put comments around whatever you want to. Now the next thing we want to do, and I'm at 7 minutes, is bold font and italics. And so you have to fire up the command so it's text, and then it shows you different things, and the bold font is the first one, and then I'm going to put that Word document in the middle of it. And so when I run this, it should make this document bold, the Word document bold in the PDF section. To create an italics, let's put this section here. And actually I'm going to try something and highlight it. Nope, it just went away. So let me undo it. So I got to put it at the front. So let's go text, and I want the italics, so I can arrow down or just keep an IT, and then puts it here. I'm going to, and whatever I type in that, in the brace is italics, but I'm going to delete the second or the right italics and put this in. So when I control enter and run that, notice that it creates a mathematical expression in italics. So let's do mathematical notation, tables and figures. Let's underline that. So let's just start typing underline and underline. It didn't pull up, so let's just, and then we'll write underline. I'm pretty sure it's correct, and it just didn't pull up automatically, so I don't know what I was doing wrong, but notice that it underlines it. Okay, well that's all I have for this video, and I'm just going to keep adding and adding and adding to this document, so it's going to grow as each video progresses. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.